So let's speak a bit more about Australia's property market and whether the sector is too hot. We're joined now by Daniel Tan. He's COO of the Singapore-based ASX-listed property investor Aquaint Capital. He joins us now live from our CBD studio. It's great to have you on the show, Daniel Tan. Thank you very much. What do you think of these warnings, being, I guess, from a Singapore point of view, looking back into Australia, and the warnings from the Reserve Bank that things are too hot in the property market? What do you think?
Well, I think for our company, Aquaint Capital, we are very specific in our sector of our investment. We look for distressed property, and we love to look into underperforming asset and distressed property even in Australia, because we see potential yield, much higher yield than we have seen back in our country in Singapore.
Okay, so you see there is still value here, even though we in Australia are saying that everything seems quite out of control. Where are you seeing value then?
We see value in distressed and underperforming assets. We just came to Sydney, and we saw even within the same location, different lane, different block, we see the different in terms of the activity and the trade mix in the neighborhood. And Aquaint look for this kind of opportunity where we adopt very strategic, visionary approach to turn around neighborhood and community so that we can create employment, we create opportunity, we create employment and housing opportunity for the neighborhood and the retailer.
What do you mean when you're talking about distressed properties, though, as you apply it to the Australian residential market?
In terms of, we look at property development that have difficulty getting funding, difficulty getting completion for the DA, or even taking the take-up rate of the completed or selling pre-plan off-plan for the project. So we look at such development, and we come in with a total package to add value and create the opportunity to complete the development and to ensure there is a mix between both foreign investor as well as local buyer.
Yeah, and what about commercial properties? Are you also seeing distressed properties and opportunities and even value in that space?
Yes, especially in outskirts or suburb where we see opportunity for neighborhood shopping center, even sub-regional center that Singaporean company with the necessary expertise and the fund to turn around such center from a low yield of maybe 4 to 5% to maybe a 9 to 10% yield property.
And just give us the picture back in Singapore. You said you're seeing more value here than, say, what you're seeing in Singapore, where you are based. What is the state of the property market there at the moment?
Singapore is also undergoing through tremendous pressure. There's a lot of cooling measure that government have taken to ensure that we do not have encounter a property bubble in the residential property market. So we have actually imposed quite a number of cooling measures. But despite the cooling measure, even though the sales volume have dropped, in terms of the yield have also declined, the property price is still holding because of the tremendous demand that generated from our immense population growth from both the local population as well as foreign migrant.
And do you see that as a common theme with us here in Australia as well, our population growth?
Yes, I think Australia has also seen population growth in most of the respective state that is growing even in Perth. We see tremendous growth in Perth, in Brisbane, and we believe that even in Sydney and in Melbourne, we can see tremendous property rising over the last 12 months.
Fantastic. It's great to have you on the show. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Daniel Tan, the Aquaint